Before we start, if you're struggling with learning how to use your camera settings and want to shoot fully manual but don't know how to, well, luckily for you, I now offer a free exposure triangle guide where I go fully in depth with how ISO works, how shutter speed works, how aperture works, and not only that, I also tell you how you can change your settings accordingly to the photo taking scenario that you're in. So if you want this guide, all you need to do is click my link below, which is my website, scroll down a bit, see this little block, put your name, email address, click get your guide, and I'll send you that guide for free. Hello everyone, my name is Joe, welcome to Genius of Joe. Today, we'll be discussing, do you need extra crew to help you out on your portrait shoots? Well, the short answer is, it depends. Stick around for the long answer. But before we start guys, I just want to quickly introduce myself. My name is Joe, of course. I'm a professional portrait photographer who went from someone with a quite bland and boring portfolio who was struggling to get any clients to now to someone who gets regular clients and is able to make distinctive work that actually stands out to the rest of the competition. And on this channel, I'm here to help other portrait photographers not only improve, but again, to make work that actually stands out to the rest of the industry and break free of that boring and bland photography you see nowadays online. So if that seems interesting to you, please subscribe. And top linked in the description, once I've gained your trust, is my one-to-one portrait photography coaching program where I personally go on calls with you, I critique your portrait work, and I just give you general photography advice that I have gained over multiple years of experience. So you can start accelerating your portrait photography progress now rather than later. So if you actually want to start improving as a portrait photographer and becoming more unique, again guys, top links in the description is where you can check it out and learn more. Okay, so back to the question at hand guys. Do you need extra crew to help you out on portrait shoots? So the extra crew could be makeup artists, lighting assistants, costume designers, etc. Okay, all that sort of stuff, right? Well, it depends on how ambitious your shoot is. So if your shoot idea requires a lot of lights and a lot of models, you may want a lighting assistant to help you out moving some lights and setting up some lights, or you may want a makeup artist or a costume designer to help the models out with their makeup and their outfits, fixing their outfits up, getting rid of any creases, and just continuity reasons, etc. For example, with me, for my last two photo shoots, my last photo shoot, the two photo shoots before that photo shoot, basically, the heritage and the game, that's what I called them, they both had 3 models each, and they both had multiple different lighting setups. And one of them even had video too. So one of them I actually made a short film about too. So it was basically essential for me to have extra crew, as that really helped me out with everything. Helped me out with lighting, helped me out with any suggestions for any creative suggestions with what shots I should do, etc. I personally don't think I would have been able to complete those shoots at the same pace as I did if I didn't have my friends or lighting assistants helping me out on the shoots. So if you're starting out as a portrait photographer or a fashion photographer, etc., you will start by doing a lot of free and collaborative shoots with different types of models to build your portfolio and to get your name out there. I still do free or collaborative shoots to this day. Even after years of doing this and after years of experience, I still do that stuff because I personally don't think, as a portrait photographer especially, you shouldn't just wait for clients to message you and to hire you for work to do photo shoots. You shouldn't, like I said, you shouldn't just only do work when you're getting paid to do photography. But if you actually want to build your portfolio at a good pace and start standing out to the rest of the competition, you have to get your name out there. So you have to start actually messaging models. So that being said, if you're doing free shoots, it may be quite hard to find that extra help. So like makeup artists or lighting assistants, as not a lot of people are going to be willing to work with you for free, especially if they don't know you. This is why networking and collaborating with fellow creatives on different models is extremely important, because I have done that. For example, I am able to source out a makeup artist and some lighting assistants whenever I want. For any shoot I want, I can have a BTS guy on it. That's why, what do you think I get all this BTS footage for my videos? It's obviously through my friends, but I've only just known them like a few months ago. Like the person who does my BTS, I literally met him in like February. But I got to know him more. I mean, we're both like photographers. He's a photographer too, so we both got to just be friends, vibe, whatever, right? So he does my stuff for free. I don't even pay him. He does my stuff for free, but I also do stuff for him. It's nice. It's just like a nice collaborative type of relationship we have there, or friendship. I don't know what you want to call it, relationship. I don't know, but yeah. So, and I also know makeup artists that I've worked with through collaborating with models. So for any shoot I want to do, I can just be like, oh, I know that makeup artist, she can help me out do the makeup. Oh, I know that model, he or she can help me model for me for this specific shoot. that's that. It's so good for me. Guys, I actually have a full video on how to build your portfolio and how to actually find models to collaborate with, which I'll put up here. Very in-depth video, which is the only video you will need if you want to know how to find models online. And if you have work that shows some potential and is not only technically good, but actually stands out and is distinctive and has a personality to it, you have a much higher leverage as more models and creatives are willing to work with you for free. Like me, for example, without trying to sound arrogant as fuck and like whatever, because my work stands out and is actually quite unique and distinctive, I'm able to make model calls on my Instagram, on my social media, whatever, and have plenty of models willing to work with me simply because my work is good. And one way to help make your work more unique and distinctive is by keeping these external factors like your costume design, like your makeup, like your locations, like your poses, etc. in mind when you're taking your photos. And like I said in all my other videos, guys, I say this in all my videos, you need to keep in mind these external factors if you actually want to step your photography game up a notch. There's only a certain limit you can go if you only think about your lighting and your cameras and your lenses, but let's start thinking about what is in front of you guys, the model. Guys, why do you think all these fashion photographers and portrait photographers are better than you? It's not because, oh, they know how to use a camera, they have better equipment, or they have really expensive gear. No, it's because in their shoots, these external factors, like their makeup, like their costume, etc., is highly considered. And more specifically, they may even have extra crew to help them out on each facet of their photo shoot. So like the costume, they have a team for costume, they have a team for makeup, etc. They may even have people for lighting, like lighting assistants to help them out moving lights and help them sometimes even like do the lighting for them. Well, that's not usually the case. The photographer usually has like the vision for what the lighting would be, but they just help out, right? All that stuff, etc. Everything, right? And if you want your photos to be near or at that level, then you may need extra hands to help you out with these external factors. I have lighting assistants for almost every studio shoot I do now. If there's lighting involved, I have an assistant there. I know I can do it by myself, but if I have them there, it just relieves so much more stress if I just did it by myself. It's much more efficient, and it's just, yeah, and I can also, it helps them too, because I can tag them as lighting assistants and people can be like, oh, the lighting's really good in that. Who lit it? Obviously, they won't just think, obviously they're not going to think, oh, only they lit it, but they also benefit from it. Like I tag my friends when they do help me out with lighting. I tag them as lighting assistants, and yeah, it's a win-win for all of us. It's not just me benefiting from this. But if you're in that position where you don't have access to or don't know any people to help you out with these things like lighting or makeup, then guys, it's up to you to figure this stuff out for yourself. So when you do a shoot with a model, obviously collaborate with the model. Tell the model, oh, can you bring this certain outfit? Make a mood board for them so to help them out which outfit they should wear. Tell them a certain hairstyle they should have, what makeup they should wear, etc. And guys, I know this can be quite stressful and time consuming, but if you guys actually want to step your photography game up a notch and make it stand out to everyone else's, you have to consider these external factors and start shooting with intention. And if you're stuck, don't worry, I have plenty of videos on my channel where I specifically go into detail with each external factor and how you could change it accordingly to the theme that you are going for. And if you want any personal advice, again guys, top links in the description is my coaching program where I will actually go on calls with you and really help you with how you can execute this certain theme that you're going for and how you can reinforce that style and vision. And what I kind of alluded to a little bit earlier, the best way to articulate your vision or theme to your model is by creating a mood board or presentation for your shoot. So what I like to do is create a PowerPoint or a Keynote. I use Keynote because it's on a Mac, whatever. And all I do is put a series of photos for that represent the look that I'm going for. I personally have separate slides. So I have one for specifically the look that I'm going for, like the grade or the colors I'm going for, or maybe the outfits. I then have one for poses, specifically the poses I'm trying to do. And then maybe I'll have one for the specific type of shots that I want to do, or compositions that I want to do. This will make it so much easier and clear for the model to look at, as guys, it's quite hard to find photos that not only match the colors but also matches the poses, the costume design, the compositions, all that stuff, right? So it's good to separate it. So I have one slide for outfits, for example. I don't care what it looks like, what the photo looks like. I don't care if it's in black and white, if it's in color, whatever. I can just put it there, it doesn't matter, right? Because I have a specific slide simply just for colors. So just look at the poses, for example, so they know what to look for when they're looking at the photos. So you just want to place them separately to avoid any confusion that the model may have when they're looking at it. It's also great for you for when you're deciding what theme and what style or vision that you're going for, because it gives that clear visual representation of what you're going for, not just for the model, but for yourself. So you have like a reference point. But with all that being said, guys, back to the question from the title of the video. Yes, you should have extra crew for your portrait shoots, or you should treat your portrait shoots like film sets. Even if it's literally just one lighting assistant, it doesn't have to be like 5 different people helping you out. It could be literally one person that could just help you out with moving some lights, and that will just relieve so much more stress, and it make your shoots so much more easier for yourself, guys. And it will just save so much time and effort. But obviously, guys, I'm not saying that like you can't take good photos if you don't have any help on your shoots. Obviously, you can still take really good photos by yourself. Obviously, I have done that. You don't need to have access to any help on your shoots, so don't worry about, oh, well, I don't know anyone, so like my photos aren't going to be good. I'm not going to do a photo shoot until I know a lighting assistant. Like, no, guys, just do your photo shoots as normal. But I'm just saying that one or two extra hands, that could really help. And it would also depend on how big your shoot is. So if it's quite ambitious, you may want to have crew helping you out. Anyway, guys, that is it for the video. Thank you for watching. Hope you guys found this useful. Guys, comment down below. What do you guys think? Do you think you need extra crew for your photo shoots, or do you think it's completely unnecessary and you can do it all by yourself? Because in my experience, it's only ever helped me out. Like, I've never seen any negative to doing it. I don't get distracted. Like, my friend group and what we like to do, we're quite focused on the task at hand, right? Obviously, we talk and stuff like that, but there might be like an issue with you. You might think, well, I'm gonna get distracted if I'm talking to my friend or whatever. Like if you actually focus on the shoot and actually are taking this seriously, you shouldn't get distracted. And also, it just makes the shoot more fun. Like, if you're quite awkward with models, having that extra person with you could really like help lift up the mood. That's another little tip. I didn't really say that in the video, but like that can help really lift up the mood in the shoot itself. It brings the vibe up and make the model less uncomfortable and less awkward, if that makes sense. And also, obviously, I like to be quite ambitious with my shoots with like a load of models and all that sort of stuff. So it's always nice to have extra help on the stuff. So yeah. Anyway, that's it, guys. Click on any of these videos here to learn more about portrait photography. And I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.